What's up, everybody? Felrose here. We're bringing you some Pokemon Go Badly content. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Lush Jungle Event coming in to us hot and steady on March 22nd at 10 a.m. So that's tomorrow as of this recording, hopefully as of this upload, but it may already be live where you are in the world when it uploads. But anyway, this event overview is still going to treat you just fine. We're going to get the event for a week. It's going to go until the 29th of March, which is Tuesday, and it's going to go until 8 p.m. local time. And over the course of this event, during the weekend, there's going to be a Cottony Spotlight in the park. On Saturday at 10 a.m., all the way until Sunday at 8 p.m., Cottony will be appearing more frequently in the parks, and for the first time in Pokemon Go. If you're lucky, you might get a shiny Cottony. Best of luck to you, shiny hunters. Truly. I'm not good at that stuff, so I hope everyone else has better luck at it than I usually do. Anyway, Lurantis, and Tapu Lele are coming to Pokemon Go in this event as the next in our rollout of Gen 7. It seems like we're getting a new Pokemon every event, which I'm totally for it, dude. 1 to 2 new Pokemon every event. It keeps things fresh, keeps us all having something to do, especially with Lurantis' moveset. Very interesting for PvP. We're going to check that in a bit here. Tapu Lele also looking interesting, but not quite great. We are going to be getting a special research and a timed research, so make sure that you are keeping track of and completing both sides of your research table for those. Just get the usual stuff. You get some encounters, some items, nothing really out of the ordinary. The wild encounters, so this entire event is very underwhelming for the most part. There's a couple of really cool things, though, and the first one of them is going to be these 2 Pokemon here, Metapod and Paris. They're going to be in the event as common spawns, and they give bonus dust when you get them. So, every time you see one, go catch it. It's extra dust. Why not? And if it's weather boosted, even better. So, otherwise, Execute, which really doesn't excite me. Hoot Hoot and Sudowoodo are good, as well as Pharaoh Seed for Great League picks, and then Sudowoodo is more spicy, but Noctowl's good for some limit cups, and then Feral Thorn is pretty good in Open and pretty good in Ultra League. And then we have Fomantis, which is going to evolve into Lurantis, which is also going to be decent for PvP with the moveset that was updated literally 5 minutes before this event went live in Asia Pacific. So while this event video is not coming out until after it starts over there, it's still going to be helpful, hopefully. Alright, anyway, so Cottony and Pinsir are rare spawns in this event, which is kind of a shame because Cottony gets the shiny debut and they called it rare, so they really want you to go to those parks, man. It's COVID. I'm not going anywhere. 1-star raids are appalling. 3-star raids are abysmal. 5-star raid is Tapu Lele. Mega raid is Mega Charizard Y if you don't already have one. And then the field research is pretty much just a rehash of all the stuff you've been seeing in the wild lately, plus Pharaoh Seed and Fomantis. So we've got Caterpie, Execute, Sunkern, Wurmple, Seedot, Cottony, Pharaoh Seed, and Fomantis. Only those last 4 really being PvP relevant. Maybe 3. I mean, Seedot's kind of fallen in and out of favor. Shifty is really just spice at this point. And then Paris and Parasect are going to be in the research. So if you get the research task that rewards you with a Parasect or a Paris, please, for the love of God, claim it, stack it, wait for an event that gives you bonus Stardust, 2 or 3 times dust when you catch stuff, and just unload them all then, and watch your dust go crazy. Just pro tip, right? I learned that recently myself. I didn't even think you could do that, so it's cool stuff, man. You didn't even know. So, but that's it. That's the whole event. That's a week, and then that's going to take us just about into April, and hopefully by then we'll have the April news, and things will be a little bit more exciting in April than they have been here in March. I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of boring, but anyway. Wild spawns. There's only really 4 things here for PvP that are even relatively relevant for PvP, and only really none of them are like super meta. So if you miss out on any of these, I wouldn't worry about it too much. And you probably honestly have 3 of these anyway, just from playing the game prior. So Hoot Hoot in the Great League, you're going to get a Noctowl at 114.15, and if you want to play it in Ultra League, you're going to be gunning for that hundo. Hopefully a lucky hundo because that's expensive. Feral Thorn, you're looking for the 0-13-13, and a 7-14-15 is going to be your Ultra League spread. 0-13-13 being for great, of course. Fomantis is very easy. If you get a 0-15-15, it's the same for both leagues. 0-15-15 for great and Ultra League, but Ultra League needs to be an XL level 50, so keep that in mind. Might be worth looking into what stats are relevant, and maybe if there's a way that you could get a more attack weighted Fomantis or Lurantis, maybe that would help you save on the XLs and some dust. Worth checking into. The Whimsicott for Great League is going to be 0-14-15, and if you're going to play Cottony in Little Cup, God help you, but I have all the support for anyone who wants to play Little Cup. It's just not for me, and I think they're a waste of resources. But if you catch a 1-15-13 Cottony, you will have achieved the rank 1 Cottony for the Little Cup format, and that is supposed to be a very meta thing in those Little Cup formats. So if you have it, good, cool, have fun with it. Paris is a 500 Dustmon, and Metapod is a 300 Dustmon. Now, Parasect not listed here is worth 700, so again, if you see him in the wild, catch them all, because it's extra dust, why not? And then, if you get the research tasks, once again, go ahead and save those for a bonus dust event. Now, speaking of research, once again, 2 things that are here in PvP relevancy. We're looking at a 10-15-11 as the best research spread for Great League Feral Thorn, and for the Ultra League XL, 10-14-15 is going to be the best one you can get. Now, as far as Lurantis goes, 10-14-15 is the best research for Great League, and if you're going to do the XL, 10-15-14 is going to be the best. Now, once again, it might be worth looking up on PvPoke if there is any real difference, or if it's just you really want the XL. You're probably not going to build one for Ultra League anyway, but you can if you want. Raids! This is it. Tapu Lele, that's it. Not really anything exciting here. That's it. That's it. That's it. Nothing else in raids is relevant for PvP. Alright, so let's check out some of these new mons here. So Lurantis, being the first one up here, gets an incredibly versatile moveset after being re-pushed by Niantic 5 minutes before the event went live in Apex. So it started out with having Bullet Seed, Razor Leaf, Grass Knot, Energy Ball, I believe. They changed it up, and they gave it some justice, because we've got nothing but bad movesets on everything since Gen 7 started coming out, for the most part. And I think it's kind of nice that we're actually getting some stuff that actually matters. So, it's very spammy. It's not super bulky, so it's like Trevenant, but with a fast moveset. So it's got Fury Cutter on the fast move. You're not running Razor Leaf unless you're running Grass Hole like a... I'm not going to say it, but you know what I mean. Leaf Blade Superpower is the preferred moveset because of the low energy cost and ability to spam them out with Fury Cutter. But if you want to, you can run X Scissor, maybe if you're running the Razor Leaf variant to get that bug damage in. And then Leaf Storm if you just want to nuke things without any care for whether or not you're locked in on anything. Because you're going to run the Grass move for stab, and then you're going to run Superpower for coverage. Either way you go, you're going to get walled by something. You know, this moveset gets walled by flyers, you know, some fires too. It depends, you know. So just keep that in mind, that this is not a, you know, super versatile, beats all meta, you know, meta, hyper meta mon. This is just something that's slightly out of the anti-meta spice kind of category. So keep that in mind as you play with Lurantis. But it beats the waters, and it can beat the steels, and it shreds the darks. And honestly, most of these things that it beats are all super meta, and the only reason it beats the steals is by landing a superpower, which is fine. I mean, you know, you expect it. But, you know, the losses that it gets, though, like Skarmory, Medicham, Nidoqueen, Sableye, Walrein, like those are the other half of the meta coin here. So you're not really, you're kind of trading wins and losses. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to play, but it's, again, it's not meta defining. It's not like another Walrein or Trevenant. This is just, it's here, right? So let's take a quick look at it up in the Ultra League, where Lurantis reigns at number 70 as the XL. Again, it beats pretty much the same things that it beats in Ultra League. It does also beat Registeel, which is important to note. If you land the superpower correctly, or you get the bait, or there's no shields left, you can absolutely beat up a Registeel, which is really neat. If you can beat Registeel and G-Fisk, you get a page in my book as something that's worth looking at. So Swampert takes a huge L to Lurantis. Obstagoon and Scrafty, you're going to take a huge L to Lurantis because of the the bug damage coming from Fury Cutter and the superpower damage. And then Stunfisk is just going to have to go and eat some superpowers eventually. So hopefully this is something that you can sort of manipulate to the point where maybe you're able to get shields down and bring in Lurantis to be able to not have to worry about baiting, because I hate baiting games. It's just not fun. but that's just me. Let's take a quick look at Tapu Lele. So Tapu Lele comes in at 422 in the Ultra League. It's awful. I'm not gonna lie. This thing is not great. And look at its moveset here. Confusion and Astonish are the fast moves. Confusion is okay, but it's slow. And then you get Moonblast, Psyshock, Focus Blast, and Future Sight. There's nothing but nukes on this moveset. And Psyshock is the lowest energy cost, and you've already got Confusion for psychic damage. So this thing just functions as a super hefty anti-fighter, but it doesn't really have the bulk to really matter. So it gets shredded by the Ghosts, it gets shredded by Talonflame, shredded by Swampert, it gets shredded by Crest, gets shredded by everything that you would really want to beat in Ultra League, except for Machamp and Scrafty. That's about it. So don't get too hyped on Tapu Lele, honestly. It's not worth the raid passes unless you just really want to have Tapu Lele. And the Tapu Lele comes in slightly better in the Master League at 103. And it beats Zacian, which is important because it also beats Zacian. That's it. I'm not gonna give this thing any more than it's worth. Like, it just beats Zacian. Like, it can beat Dragonite and Palkia and Yveltal and Togekiss. Like, well, not Togekiss, but the other three because of the fact that it's got a fairy typing to it. But Togekiss, like, it barely beats it. You know, Giratina, Groudon, Kyogre, Melmetal, Dialga, like, all of those things are things that you need to be able to beat in the Master League in order to compete, and it can't. So, again, it's a huge pass on this thing, man. That's it. So, but, I mean, really, that's it. I mean, that's the Jungle Event. So just go catch all the Paris and Metapod you can get your grubby little hands on, and I'm going to be right there with you, getting my little mitts on as many as I can, too, because I need dust. So, also, Pineapple, all the Fomantis that you can find. It is going to be good in limited cups, I feel, so it's always worth having those at least on the roster, so that if it comes to the point where we're in a competitive season and you need to climb and Fomantis and Lurantis is the answer, have them ready, have them ready to go. So that's going to do it for me for this video, guys. Thanks for checking out the Lush Jungle. Yeah, Lush Jungle Cup, or not Cup. Jungle Cup's coming next week, though. Not going to worry about it, though. Lush Jungle Event. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, huge shout out real quick to my patrons. You guys are the best. Couldn't do anything like this without you guys. And if you guys would like to become a patron subscriber of mine, there is a link in the description of this video. I would really appreciate you checking it out. There's a lot of cool perks there, like a Discord, early access to basically everything, and my brain can be picked at any given moment as long as I'm conscious. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.